Looks like they're going to go with a deep third man here, the Black Caps. And we wait to see who's the second fielder they're going to put outside the ring. They've got a cow corner now, and let's get ready for this first ball. So wider delivery that Thurunga will cut away. Nice bit of width on offer, and there he is, our match referee, Adrian Riley. The ball just going right over his head. This is a loosener from Resham Singh to start off. Look at this one, bit too short, bit too wide, and good balance there by Thurunga. Struck that one away, and he gets a boundary. Parminder Singh out at a deep backward point. This time is popped up. Should be a catching opportunity. Really should be taken here by Kulwinder Singh, and he takes it. So it was a poor first ball for Resham Singh to start off. Gave a bit too much width on offer, and there he was, managing to get a wicket. Let's take a look at this one. Fuller delivery this time, closer to the stump as well. That's about a fifth stump line, and goes straight to the safe hands of Kulwinder Singh, and that means Thurunga has to depart. So slightly fuller delivery, and that one's just clipped the top of the bails. Perfect length there for Parminder Singh. That will please any fast bowler. Look at that one, just kissing the top bail. And that is the end of it, of course. There he is. You can see a fielder pointing at those bails and saying, that's it, that's the end of him. Let's take a look at this one. Resham Singh coming back to bowl his second over to end this power play. This one's the first ball that BLC's Kumar has managed to middle. This is a fantastic stroke just behind point, and it's a chase in vain for Parminder Singh as he faces to get to that one. Looks like it's Omar Farooq. Seeing things go rather pear-shaped for him at times. It's a fuller delivery on pace one, and that's just right there for Chamal Sadoon to hit in the slot. So the Lions picking up a couple of wins in response yesterday against the Fighters. This one's played away by Sadoon, just got his line and length wrong there. Waqas Akhtar was bowling it a bit too far down the leg side, and Sadoon just used the pace of the ball and struck it over Gurwinder Singh, and that's a boundary for Chamal Sadoon. This one struck gorgeously by Sadoon. It's high up in the air. Looks like it's going to go beyond Rajwinder Brar. Is it going to go over to the scorer's table? It certainly will. That's a bit of a calamity out there in the field, and it's very correctly signaled for a 4 there by the men over in the scores. This one's hit away by Chamal Sadoon. It's going to go over the fielder's head. Resham Singh tried to get back. He tried to backpedal, but couldn't backpedal enough. And they think there's an edge. Abid Ali's certain there's an edge, and there is an edge. It's been confirmed by umpire Sudith Tenakun. A little thin edge by Chamal Sadoon through to the keeper, and a nice response at the end of the over for Hardeep Singh. He went for plenty of runs. This is very nicely played away, and this is going to go away to the third man, and that's another boundary for BLC's Kumar. This one's absolutely belted by Kumar. It's gone high up in the air. Brar is underneath it. Will he take it? No, he won't. Had a few attempts at it, and we thought he might just be able to corral it in, but he fails to. This one's played away very nicely by Kumar, but he's actually hit it straight to the fielder. So for a moment you thought Parminder Singh got it wrong, straying onto the pads, but Kumara has found the fielder, hit it straight to Gurwinder Singh, who didn't have to move an inch. It went straight to him. Brilliant stuff here by Parminder Singh in response. Yeah, this is played away very nicely as he found the gap here. It's just racing away to the boundary rope. He certainly has. Good shot there for Roshan Suriwardena, continuing the good work from yesterday. And he's off the mark in style. Beautiful shot, and this is the second time we've seen Sri Lankan Lions batsmen in this over. This one's popped up, should be a catching opportunity. Kulwinder Singh is underneath it, and he's made a bit of a mess of that there. Well, we'll continue after this one. This one's played away very well by Kamal Ray. Just got the line wrong there, a bit too full onto his pads, and the fielder. Go. This one's gone high up in the air. There's no fielder out there. Will this clear the boundary rope? It certainly has. So Kamal Ray, who was just struggling a little bit off his first 7 deliveries, has managed to change it around in ball 8 and 9. As he ends up giving up 25 runs of his first 11 deliveries. This one's played away by Kamal Ray. Will they push for a second? They certainly will, the Sri Lankan Lions. This is going to need a good throw, and it's gone straight towards Abid Ali, and he's just dropped it. He's missed out on that chance. Abid Ali there, though. Oh, he's just missed the stumps. That is really, really poor stuff by Ali. This one's absolutely belted by Suriwardena. That's going to go over the fielder's head, and it's going to hit those floodlights there and go for a 6. So got a few low lights there, and that one is very well struck by Roshan Suriwardena. And thanks to those wides and no balls, it just seems like things have gone astray for the Black Caps. Suriwardena off the first 3 deliveries, and it's completely turned around. Suriwardena belts this one. It's going towards Waqas Akhtar, should take it, and he does take it. So it's going to be a wicket slash dot ball, however you want to look at it. Because, of course, I do remember that was a free hit, so... Well, he's been given out there because Siriwardena just running himself out very needlessly. Let's take a look at this one by Siriwardena. Went for the big shot, hits it straight up towards Waqas Akhtar. And in the end, that'll just go down as 1 run. So this over, what an alarming over, really. It went for just 2 runs off the first 3 balls. But then it took them they gave up another 12 runs off the next 3 legal deliveries, thanks to the 2 wides and 2 no balls that were bowled. Kulwinder Singh spoiling his figures at the end of that over, and it's could potentially be a very, very costly over for them as the Sri Lankan Lions cross that triple-digit threshold. And we're getting ready for the first over. It's going to be the Kamal Reyes, the typical opening bowler for the Sri Lankan Lions. Fantastic player. And he's going to go around the wicket. That's really his... This one just played away, slightly back of a lens. This is a brilliant shot by Waqas Akhtar, who, when he was offered width, wasn't quite able to punish it this time around. As Fuller wider delivery hits straight to Suchita Thuranga, and look at that when he points at Kamal Reyes, his buddy, and that's a good wicket there for the Black Caps. They get that early breakthrough, and we've often commented on the lack of batting depth for the Black Caps, and whenever Waqas Akhtar is out, it usually means the rest of their team is in quite a bit of trouble. This is a soft dismissal of Waqas Akhtar. Just threw his bat at that one. This one's played away by Abid Ali. Just threw the kitchen sink at that one. It's going to take a few bounces, and it's going to trickle over the boundary rope. So a couple of boundaries in this over. This one turning back into Abid Ali. He just plays it over those fielders, the third man again. A nice bit of fielding there by Aiden Cooper. One, it's a little bit of a misfield, but it was struck very hard. Gotta look to bowl full and straight here, Jayakoti. This one struck, is going straight to that man at deep extra cover. Roshan Siriwardena is there, and he's put it down. That's exactly why he was set out there. We were talking about them setting that boundary, and to add to their misery, there's going to be another run of overthrows. There might even have been some more if they were. This one's absolutely clobbered by Kulwinder Singh, and just to rub more salt on those Sri Lankan Lions wounds, the man they dropped whacks a 6, the first 6 of the innings on the very next ball. That one's sailing over the camera tower. Just pulls his length back a little bit, and you can't ball there, really, can you? Abid Ali taking full advantage of that. It's a slower delivery by Sadoun, but he got hold of it, Abid Ali, and he deposits it into the olive groves. That's a big 6 for Abid Ali. And the first time he's joined in with the 6th hitting, he's hit some beautiful boundaries towards that third man backwards point region. This time Sadoun is over pitching it slightly. He picked the slower ball to perfection, Ali, and he's absolutely clubbed it. Those edges don't usually carry to the keeper. This one's absolutely clobbered by Kulwinder Singh deep into the night sky. That's traveled miles. Go fetch that one somewhere in Nicosia. Huge shot by Kulwinder Singh. And this over has been a very productive one for the Black Caps. They're continuing to pummel. Now this one's absolutely beautifully struck, but struck straight towards Sadoun, who's put down a catch for once. Well, when do we ever see this? This one's struck by Abid Ali beautifully. It's going to go the distance. It has gone for a maximum. Fantastic shot by Abid Ali. And they continue to keep the pressure on the Sri Lankan Lions. Great shot here. Take a look at this. Got underneath that one very well, Abid Ali. It for 6 straight down the ground. This one's absolutely belted. This is going to go for a 6 as well. Make that back-to-back 6s. Abid Ali is on absolute fire right now, and Mapalugma, well, he'll want to dig a hole and dive right into it. This one's slightly back of a land. He's clubbed it over, but there's a fielder there this time, and it goes over him. And has that taken a bounce before going to the boundary rope? The umpire will confirm that signal, so it's gone for a 4. That was Damit Priyantha. This time it's a slightly riskier shot. The Lions put a fielder out there, and it's just gone over his hands. This one's struck uppishly again, and once again a big chase for Damit Priyantha, and I think it's taken a bounce before the boundary rope, so another boundary. Fielder has gone a lot finer. 1 ball left in the over, and he's gone for that same area again. This should be a catching opportunity, and he's going to take it on the juggle. He got a bit obsessed with hitting it there, Abid Ali, and that is the cause of his downfall, and that's really unfortunate, considering he was just 2 runs away from a 50, and they desperately needed that wicket, the Sri Lankan Lions. This one's hit straight up in the air. Could be a catching opportunity. Is there going to be a second wicket here? It's been a great bit of ground covered by Suchita Thuranga, and they pick up some wickets. That is a couple of quick wickets in succession, and it's both the danger men, Kulwinder Singh and Abid Ali, who would depart one after another. You really felt one of them said at the start of this over. And this has cleaned them up, and that decision has gotten even better. This is Resham Singh who has to depart without troubling the scorer. Great work there. That one tailing back into the stumps, and it hit the base of the off stump. Beautiful Yorker, and that's the end of Resham Singh. This one's going up in the air. Should be a simple catch, but he's put it down. That was a really easy opportunity. That was an absolute dolly. A lot of generosity from this Sri Lankan line side, as that one is struck away to square leg, and Roshan Siriwardena is there to collect it. And this is going to be a run out surely. That's some poor running between the wickets, and they've just decided to gift a wicket there. They were hoping that maybe the Sri Lankan Lions make an error, and I think this could be a lot worse than just a wicket. I think the umpire might even be signaling it one short. We'll of course keep you updated with what happens. With poor running between the wicket, and they're all out at sea now, the Black Caps there. I have to agree with you, Luke, and that's what Abid Ali and Kulwinder Singh were doing so well. This one's popped up in the air. Could be a catching opportunity from Mapalagma. It's well taken, and that's going to be the end of the innings for Hardeep Singh, who never looked particularly comfortable. He was thrown into the deep end in this very difficult situation, and he's responded pretty poorly. This one just popped up. They need to club 3 sixes from here. This one's going to take an edge. It's going to be another catch this time. Kasun Shanaka not putting that one down. It was a second time lucky in his case. Put down the first one, took the second one, and he's on a hat trick now, Roshan Siriwardena, with that wide. But let's see him wrap this one up in style. It's hit away. It's going to take a bounce and go underneath the fielder. That's really unfair on Roshan Siriwardena. He really didn't deserve that ending. That one just going past Dinesh Mendis. Although you gotta say this one takes an awful bounce. Just skids off the surface. Not too much the fielder can do there, and Siriwardena is still a little disappointed. It was going along really nicely, but in the end, it was still a brilliant final over, as the Sri Lankan Lions, who were in absolutely serious trouble at 25 for 18 needed for the Black Caps, have somehow managed to win this by 12 runs. Well,